And there we are.
There we are. We are
Like
15 minutes
late.
past. Kiss me. I love you.
We rehearsed that.
We did, right before we came on live. I like rehearsing that. Hi, Marlene.
We should have like some kind of intro, like for a minute or two,
Yeah,
when
we
people
should.
come on,
Okay. I
like
know.
dance around or something. Hello, Deborah.
Robert is all stuffed up. Hey,
Yeah,
Brittany.
I'm having like an allergy episode
You are
here.
all stuffed up. So the other day you said to me you wanted to talk about leadership. So talk about leadership. Because I have to tell you, I have to tell you,
excuse me.
a big word that happens a lot is influencer and influence. And again, there's some words that I feel become overused. But John C. Maxwell, who is a recognized, what would you call him, expert or professional
Pontificator.
development, so we say, he says leadership is influence, or leadership is influence with purpose. And,
Hey, Charlie.
hey, Charlie. So leadership, I do believe is influence. But both of those words, kind of, I don't know. I think that they are received differently to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Hey, Susan. Because it's not about titles or positions or flow charts, okay?
What is it about?
It's about one
Hey,
influencing
Keith.
another.
Right.
It's not. So because you were the president.
But-
what was your first leadership role?
My first leadership.
What would you say was your first leadership
I
role?
was the captain of the audiovisual
Hey, Keith.
squad at IS 51.
The captain.
in Staten Island.
Okay. I don't think I had a leadership role.
I was head of the nerds.
You're still head of the nerds. So, and then when we be as an adult, did you
As a
have
grown-up?
did you have a role in your fraternity?
Yes, I was ritualist for a year.
What's a ritualist? Uh-oh.
I took care of organizing, initiating.
Charlie, leadership is getting others to want to do. No, actually, it's not.
Okay, she'll correct you, Charlie.
It's actually not. It's actually the opposite. It's getting people to do what they want. But I'll stay tuned. Go
Stay
ahead.
tuned, Holly will explain.
Yep. Because I looked up a lot about this. And I'm going to share it with you all, whether you like it or not. Go ahead.
Yeah, so ritualist.
A ritualist. And then. Oh wait. So that was high school? No, that was college.
Yeah.
So for me, I was the Honor Society treasurer. Wait, but this is this story, I think. So I was always scared of fire in general. I think people should be scared of fire. And as the treasurer, I was in charge of the candle lighting ceremony. And I didn't want to do a match because the match always scared me. That was just the role of the treasurer.
Why was the role of the treasurer in charge of the candle lighting ceremony?
I don't know, but I had to light the candle, so I learned how to flick a bic. Because I wasn't a smoker, so I didn't know how to flick a bic or a match, and I always got scared that something would go on fire. But anyways, that's true. Yes, she always does. So, Robert.
Yes.
Okay, so then that would be college.
Mm-hmm.
And then with any leadership roles when you were at Bank of America? I mean, the Bankers Trust?
No.
Okay, so then fast forward to being a videographer, you were an influencer in many capacities.
I was the first elected president of
Hey, Robert.
what was then the North Jersey Videographers Association.
What's it now?
Now it's the New Jersey Videographers Association.
So you were the president how many times? 2 or 3?
3 separate times.
3 separate times. And then, did you have a role in the men's club at the temple?
I was like a, board member of some kind. I wasn't like, I don't think I didn't have a named
I sure have.
title.
No. So what I would, but actually, again, you didn't. Again, the titles don't matter. I was sisterhood president. Hey, Wendy. I honestly for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Stacy, is I have to say it's obviously a volunteer position. I really believe that the only way that the sisterhood would have a meaningful position at large at the temple is working with a group of people. There was like, I would be, but I have to say, I identified, I think, the most in my life, in my adult life, in the past 10 years.
Uh-huh.
I am really proud of that role.
I know you are, as well you should be.
Hi, Charlana.
You
We're going to connect. Sorry.
you revived, right, what was once a very strong group of people that waned for a number of years, and then
It needed to be
Rejuvenated.
rejuvenated. And what happened was, and actually this was the topic Amy wanted to kind of talk about.
because
What-
you're a good leader. That's why.
Well, thank you. But you know something? This is an interesting thing before I talk more about the concepts of leadership and influence. So Amy Young said this the other day. Amy Young is a past sisterhood president. And what happened was we had a listening campaign that we were highly involved with. That was another leadership role that we had because we were on membership and engagement and communications, right? A variety of things that we have some skill set in.
Right.
Right. And we were always good people.
Right.
So when we had this listening campaign, the one thing that was clear was that the women wanted a vibrant, meaningful sisterhood. So Amy Young, past assistant president, invited me to go to Dunkin' Donuts. And I don't know if she was with Barbara Lavati or not, but she invited me to be the assistant president. I was very, very flattered. I didn't know really what that meant. The rabbi at the time did not want to have the sisterhood for some reason. I met with him, and I told him, well, the congregants, the women do, and the congregants do. It's a very important arm of this temple. So it was really exciting to be that because, I really listened to what they wanted. And it really was a joyous 3 years. We really were able to actually donate dollars raised, to help the temple at large. Mm-hmm. We did some good things. We helped with the social action committee. We helped with the adult ed committee. I thought that we worked together with the men's club, which was really great. And I think that a lot of that was you and me helped make those things happen. And you were an incredible support. I appreciate that. I always loved being the first lady with you with
NJVA.
With the NJVA. But I will say you took it very seriously. But you also spoke across the country, and I think that was also an example of leadership. With regard to, I want to. This is a beautiful quote by Rosalind Carter, and I do believe, Charlie, this is what counters what you said, that a leader takes people where they want to go. Is what you said. Okay, so yes, okay. Well, no, I forgot what he said. No, he didn't say where they want to go.
Right,
he said
take where the leaders want to go.
Right. A great leader takes people where they don't necessarily want to go, but ought to be. I like that one a lot. I also like...
Because you have the vision to see.
A leader does.
Yes.
A leader does. And the other thing is it's not about authority. Again, it's not a title or a position. It is, again, here it is, exactly what you said, to lift a person's vision and performance to a higher standard, right?
Yep.
And also to never underestimate the influence that you have on others. Because all of you who are watching, okay, you don't realize the impact you can have on other people's lives. It's also, it says, something I looked up, influence without irritating people is a profitable skill, right? Actually, influence is having people follow you because of what you represent.
Right.
And I think that that's part of what kind of pop up. Something that we are saying what cannabis
It
could look like.
resonates, right.
And more normal, whatever that word means, right? So John
Mainstream.
Quincy Adams said, I write so fast.
Is that what he said?
No, it says, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Right? So wait, I just have a couple of more things to share because I only wrote on one part of this paper. Okay? It's okay, leadership is. Okay? Successful leadership is give when you don't have to. Now I can't. What does that say? Oh, care for others, grow continuously, live authentically, empower others, manage hardship, serve with humility. And I'm going to end with one last quote.
Go for it.
Okay? And then I'd like you to share anything else you want to about leadership.
Okay.
But I will, before I say this quote, I will say thank you, Amy Young, for inviting me to be Sister President. Because I've always said it is the power of the ask. And I think that, I learned that the most at Temple Emmanuel of West Essex. The power of the ask. You know, it's very easy to say, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. But when you include others, and you empower others, and you lift others up, that is leadership. So Miles Monroe, I love this quote. So leadership is the capacity to, and it was interesting, to influence others through. And I found that interesting how much leadership and influence went hand in hand. Mm-hmm. So when you influence others through inspiration, motivated by passion, generated by vision, produced by a conviction, and ignited by a purpose. So again, purpose is leadership is influence with purpose. I think it all wraps it up with a beautiful bow. And I do believe that, hey, Courtney, I believe that anyone who chooses to be a leader should take it seriously or identify as a leader. Because you have to set an example.
Yes.
For others. And you do have to walk the walk and talk the talk.
Correct.
And you have to be, you have to know what others want to accomplish. Okay? You have to anticipate that in order to what? Go ahead, finish.
I know. Let's bring this,
Robert.
bring it to a crescendo here.
Thank you,
Make
Deborah.
your statement.
Thank you, Deborah. Hey, Jill. No, I take it seriously. And it's about, about really, Robert, come on, finish.
Come on.
Say something about leadership, please.
It's
You're the one who wanted to talk about it the other day.
It's most gratifying when people choose you to be their leader versus an appointed leader or someone who steps up. And I have been recipient of all of that. Yeah. I have led in all of those.
So you're proud about that?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you have to say about influence?
I think we said that the other day.
No, what we did?
Yeah.
When did we say that?
We were talking about influence the other day, were we not?
We did? Oh.
Yeah. Thought we were.
Well, I hope that that we continue to help influence. Yeah, he does need hot tea. That's true. So you know what? We'll go get him some hot tea and honey. And I have to say, just show up with love, with care, with kindness, and continue to share what you care about. Ultimately, that's ultimately right. I always say sharing is caring.
You do always say that.
I do.
Always say that.
I do.
Okay. That'll do it for today.
Yeah.
That will.
Okay. Have a good rest of the day, everybody.